Welcome back to Raptors 905 basketball here on Newstalk Sauga 960, live from the Paramount Fine Food Center in Mississauga, Ontario. The 905 trail to visiting Austin Spurs by 4, 58-54. Half of the Toronto Raptors main squad in the building, sitting courtside, all watching the 905 tonight. On the floor currently from the 905, Jamison Battle, AJ Lawson, Jonathan Mobo, Ulrich Shamshay, and Jared Roden. For Austin, Quentin Rose with the ball, Isaiah Miller, Kyle Rode, Harrison Ingram, and Ibrahima Diallo. Here we go. Quentin Rose pump faked on the three. And kicks back out to Harrison Ingram. Ingram drives, spins in the lane, and then over top of two 905 defenders. Can't go, gets his own rebound, and left-handed lane. Good hustle basket by Harrison Ingram.
Man, he battled in there amongst the trees, got it back off the initial miss. Great defense, though, by Mobo to force a tough first shot, but he was relentless and got the basket for the Spurs.
60-54, Spurs lead. Just under 8 minutes to go in the third. Jared Roden for three. No. And his cold night continues.
And Miller climbs the ladder for that rebound.
Miller, purple sneakers on. To Diallo with the maybe fuchsia sneakers, shall we say?
Looks like he's got the Kobe's on. There's Miller.
Ingram, shot clock at 7 for the Spurs. Miller, mid-range jump shot. Too strong, gets his own rebound again. That ball just keeps popping back into his hand. Kyle Rode finally off the snide. Nothing but net. Kyle Rode, first three of the night.
Sloppy defensive rebounding by the Raptors, 9:05 here. Giving up second chance opportunities. And you know a guy like Rode just needs that one opening to start to get cooking.
Guys like that, it's almost like a quarterback when you throw an interception. Just forget about it. Go out there and throw it deeper next time. And Kyle Rode's got that mentality.
Yeah, once you're a shooter, you're a shooter.
63-54, 9-point lead Spurs. 9:05. Shamshay's got the ball in his hand, and then it's got to be a charge. I mean, that's as easy as a call. Harrison Ingram stood there almost like he poured himself a drink, positioned themselves, and Shamshay just ran over him.
Yeah, he didn't have the gumption to do the Euro step there. Too big for that. Went right over top and bowled him over.
Gumption. I'm stealing that.
Yeah. Words for your dictionary, your crossword puzzles.
Use gumption in a sentence. There you go.
Oh man, those crossword puzzles came in handy over the days in word search.
Yeah, you know, I'm a big Scrabble guy. Obviously played the board game for years, and then when I was working for myself for many years, because you can kind of get lost, I used to play online Scrabble. If I was like trying to pretend that I was working for an hour, I'd just jump online, because you can play against other people.
Right.
It's good. I got pretty good at it for a while. Once you're in the mentality of it, it rolls pretty quickly. Quentin Rose kicks out to Harrison Ingram, wide open three, dead center, and it doesn't go. Shamshay rips that rebound away.
Good defensive rebound there by the young big man.
Chandler bounce pass to Mobo! Two-handed throwdown for Mobo. 63-56. The 9:05 still hanging around. 6:40 remains in the third quarter.
Looking good there. Nice play. Mobo with the big tomahawk for the 9:05, down 7.
Oh! And Quentin Rose tried to poster Battle, and Battle just got enough to save himself. But either way, a foul called, and Quentin Rose will get to the free throw line.
You love to see him get to the hoop like that, being aggressive, going to the bucket if you're a Spurs fan or a Spurs coach. Great take for him. But I like the challenge by Battle. Nothing easy, especially on the home floor.
Well, 63-56. Rose at the line, turns 27 in a couple of weeks on January 26th. Played in Mexico this past summer.
And again, very poor defensive rebounding, not boxing out, and that's costing them. 9:05 playing sloppy defensively.
Ingram from 3, no. And the shot clock is winding down. He had to get it up. Hits front of the rim and bounces to Battle, and Mobo brings the ball over half. And that's got to be a push-off, and Lawson, and he got away with it. Either way, Lawson in the corner for 3. It was a tough pass to him. I didn't like that he took that shot because he didn't take the pass clean.
See, there's too much of that, too much of three-point shooting when you're not in rhythm. You know, you got to move it around.
Well, Quentin Rose looks in rhythm, and the rhythm's going to get you a big 3, and it's back to a 10-point lead for the Austin Spurs, 66-56. You're listening to Raptors 905 basketball on Newstalk Sauga 960. Well, welcome back to the Paramount Fine Food Center. You're listening to Raptors 905 basketball here on Newstalk Sauga 960. Chris McKee joined by Drew Ebanks. You know him as Drew from On Point.
OnPointBasketball.com. Check it out.
Well, 5:50 to go in the third. Kennedy Chandler races the ball up, bounce pass between three guys in white jerseys, and Rose just easily picked that off. That was so telegraphed. And then Rose back the other way for Harrison Ingram, and he misses a lay-in, and Diallo follows and taps it in. Ingram missed a lay-in from 1 foot, and Diallo saves on the embarrassment.
Can't believe that he missed that layup, but again, no box out there. The physicality defensively not there for the 905 right now.
Frank Kaminsky back on the floor for the 905. 0 points tonight. Chandler for 3. No. And there's just no rhythm on the 905. It's guys just, chucking up shots.
No ball movement, no patience like they were doing in game 1. This is a game that the Spurs can steal.
Malachi Flynn, floater, and he's fouled by Charlie Brown, and Malachi to the free throw line.
Just not the same attention to detail as the 905 had last night. They really have to buckle down. 5 minutes to go in the third. They got to get back in this, down 12 right now. Could be 14 with a free throw.
Well, 12-point lead, as Drew just said, with Malachi at the line. Of course, Malachi, 175 games played for the Toronto Raptors between 2020 and 24.
Wow, got the roll like he's at home court.
Malachi, cup of coffee in New York, Brooklyn. And then with the Detroit Pistons last year.
Are the Brooklyn Nets ever going to be good?
Well, they tried, for 5 minutes, and Durant gained Kyrie, but hey.
Durant's foot, his foot was his size smaller. They might have gone through.
Diallo!
Oh my
wow,
goodness.
Ibrahima Diallo, the 7-footer, took that and then went for this tomahawk dunk, and Jamison Battle just enough to get into the foul. That's a good foul by Battle, because if he gets that, that just ignites the Spurs bench.
That rim would have absolutely almost came down if he threw that one down.
Whew.
Wowzers.
Yeah, Diallo, 7-footer from Senegal, played his last season at Central Florida. Before that was at San Jose State. Speaking of Mountain West basketball, late night. Watched him a couple times out there, and then started his career off at the Ohio State. I spent a couple days in Columbus this summer covering the PGA Tour, the Memorial down in Columbus. One of my favorite cities in America. Things are just normal there.
Yeah, nice city. I've been there.
Been many times. Been to Ohio State football game a couple times, 4 or 5 times
that
as well. 104,000 people in the Horseshoe. It's crazy.
America doesn't play with their sports, man.
14-point lead for the Spurs, 70-56, 4:15 to go. Kaminsky, finally Big Frank off the schneid with a 3.
Needed that big time. Now time to get a stop here. This unit has to generate some offense off of their defense.
70-59. Maybe that could be a spark the 905 need. Kaminsky, over 400 career NBA games on his resume. Malachi Flynn, weaving shot clock at 4, 3, drives the lane, and the putback by Diallo saved Malachi Flynn.
Everybody standing around Chris after the miss, no one boxing out, and he picks it up and scores.
How you can't find the 7-foot guy, I don't know, but they're letting him slide past. Frank Heatcheck, back-to-back threes. Frank Kaminsky, this time from the left side of the three-point arc.
And Diallo fell asleep there. Kaminsky steps out behind the arc and gets the trifecta to go.
Well, lead back at 10, 72-62, Spurs in front. Malachi Flynn, guarded by Charlie Brown on the near side of the court. Harrison Ingram, dead center from behind the arc. Swish, all net, Harrison Ingram.
You love to see it. A guy like that, Ingram, being able to shoot that 3, he's more apt to play inside, but can step out as well and bang it out.
And Kaminsky with the heat check misses his third one.